They say that things have to get worse before they get better. But I'm like, shoot, how bad exactly do they have to get? Like, sheesh. Sometimes I miss having a regular job because stuff was like guaranteed. You knew exactly how much you were going to get paid at the end of the week and stuff like that. People think being an entrepreneur is easy, but it really isn't because of the uncertainty of not knowing where your money's coming from. But at the same time, if you want to get to a certain level in life, it's a gamble that you kind of like have to take. And it's a gamble that I'm definitely taking because I realize the potential of what can happen here, and what is happening here. But at the same time, times like this, when things aren't going according to plan, you can't help but to question your decisions. But I'm not a quitter, and I am not going to give up on my dreams and aspirations. And slowly but surely, I am getting closer. And I know that I'm getting closer because the devil is always at work. And the devil has like been heavily at work most recently. You always know you're making progress when things start to go wrong. Anytime anything worth having it comes with a level of difficulty, and if everything was peachy keen and proper, everybody would be doing it. You know what I mean? And that's not the way things go. That's not the way things happen in life or in business. So I'm not gonna say that I expected this, but I mean, it is what it is. What can I do at this point? Because I'm in so deep in, and this is what I wanted to do. This is what I signed up to do. So I'm all for it. And I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? It's happening. But at the same time, I do kind of question it sometimes, not all the time. Now, I've been wanting one of these for a long time. And as we're speaking, as I'm talking to you guys on this video, you can go ahead on AlanAwade.com and order custom stickers. You can upload your image and order custom stickers. I made sure to put that up for you guys because I gotta offer you guys services. Because that's the only way. That is my path, right? That is my path, and that's what I was set out to do. Offer you guys services, not just sell you guys products. My path is to offer not only a way for myself to make money, but a way to help others make money too. And that's like I guess it's my mission, my goal, kind of, sort of. But that's what I got to do, and that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm trying to do. But like I said, with the DTF printer down, this thing has been a gift and a curse, but more so a gift because I know once it gets up and running again, everything will be, back. But it's just a little headache, and I'm this close to getting this thing back up and running, but there's always something that goes wrong. Today I was really busy in the studio. I did some DTG work, got some DTG orders done. And by the way, you can get DTG available on AlanAwade.com. You can buy your DTG prints right now. Got some DTG stuff done. What else did I get done? I got a bunch of stuff done today. But let me cut this and let me look at some instructions and really get into this iColor 250 sticker printer, guys. Really excited about this. Let me set this thing up. So first of all, let me start off by saying this thing comes with excellent instructions. You just take these little things right here and hook them on to the back. I mean, it honestly couldn't be any simpler than this. Actually slide it in from this side. That's very simple. Okay, so let me turn around as it shows an illustration like so. And this actually slides all the way down here. That's so easy. And this one, you plug it in down here, and this little slot down here. That's easy. Oh my gosh, can't be so just I almost jumped the gun, guys, by plugging this in. But after you put on this first leg right here, you have to put on this leg right here. So you just slide that into the top part and get it to slide into this groove right here. All right, and there you go. That has a stop right there to makes it stop from sliding over anymore. And then this right here, this wire, this has a hole right here that the extra wire just tucks into. So we just slide that on to that little groove right here that locks in here. All right, so just slide that on onto this area. 1 second, let me get it right. All right, and once you get over here, it just, the extra wire just, wait, you gotta make sure that extra wire gets in there, and then, cool. Make sure you tuck that wire in that little groove because you don't want to mess that wire up. All right, definitely don't want to mess that wire up. So let me make sure that wire is going in there and it's getting tucked in properly. All right, so push that in. There we go. Slide that over. There we go. Once the wire is in correctly, it just sits flush down. Then you take your 2 little screws that it came with this Allen wrench that it came with, and you just screw that in like so. Take the other screw, screw this in like so, and it's basically the outer part is put together. That's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, pretty laid out, pretty easy with the quick start guide that it comes with. Everything is like illustrated. Everything is simple to understand, just like we like it, just exactly like we like it, guys. Now that that's done, we got to go inside of it, and we have to secure the blade inside of it. So let's do that. As you guys can see, this little thing goes in and out. This blade comes with an attachment on it. You take it off. Now we just drop this in this little circle, and it's got to go all the way down. So I'm just going to push it until it's seated all the way, and then it's seated. I'm going to push this in, and that should lock the blade into place, and we are good to go so far, guys. I'm going to guess, but I'm not sure, but this wheel probably sits right there because that's pretty much the only place it can go. Probably sits right there. I'm not sure, but looks about right. You see that microchip right there for reading the media, so you can't use any different media on this, which is, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Now let me run the software now. Okay, so the instructions in setting this up was relatively simple. It came with a USB flash drive. You just plug it into the side of your computer and follow the prompts. Actually, you plug it into the side of the computer, open up the folder, and select the folder that says if you want to install it on your PC or on your Macintosh. So it's both PC and Mac compatible. I chose my PC because that's the computer that I want to run. As you guys can hear, my audio just magically vanished, so I'm going to voice over the rest of this. So what I was saying was it's easy to install. It's pretty self-explanatory if you follow the prompt on the screens. And now on the screen, it was prompting me to connect the machine to my computer with the USB cable. So I plugged it in. And as soon as I plugged it in, you're going to see the carriage move from the left to the right side, and I also had to power it on with the power switch on the back. You can see the carriage grabbed the ink cartridge stack and moved it over. Another thing I had to do, the package sitting in front of me, is I had to load up the ink. I had to open up that package and put the ink inside the machine, which is really, really easy also. It illustrates it on the setup guide, which is really easy. And then the final thing I had to do was set up the media roll in the back, and you can see me doing that right now. I'm going to grab the media roll, and I'm going to try to get, you see this microchip right here, it has to go into, it slips into a little slot that's on the side. Let me move the machine around so that you guys can see where it slips into. See that little crevice right there? So that triangle fits in that triangle right there. So that's how that loads up. So you take that off, slip that in there, and just drop everything on. But to me, it seemed like, yeah, and you have to push this other part right here. You got to push it in. But to me, it seemed like it was on the wrong side, like the media, because if I fed it in that way, then there's a shiny side and then there's a dull side of the media roll, right? So if I fed it in that way, it would be printing on the dull side. So ultimately, I had to turn the media around, and you'll see me do that in a moment. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out if I have to use this wheel or not, and I don't think so because there's a triangle, and that symbolizes that that's used for the other side also because it locks onto that little triangle on the other side where the microchip reads. But yep, see, I got that. You just move that in, and everything sits nice and snug. But now I'm gonna take apart the media, the little tape holding the media together, and that was a struggle within itself, guys. As you can see right here, very much of a struggle. I'm trying to get that tape on. They have it on very, very well. So I got a little bit on one side, got a little bit on the other side, and then I just peeled it off as best I could. It took me a little while. But another thing is when you're starting to make your stickers, you do want to advance or print a couple stickers in advance past this portion because there is going to be some residue left on the film that you don't want to come off on your stickers or on customer stickers if you're going to sell these to people. Oh, and by the way, you can purchase stickers right now on the website alanaway.com right now because I put them available. So right now, I'm noticing that the other side is dull and the one side is shiny. And even though it wasn't told to me, I knew that the stickers gotta print on the shiny side. It just made sense to me. So right now I'm trying to move this part right here back over so I can take the actual physical roll off and flip it around. And you'll see me flip it around in a second. All I gotta do is like spin it, and then it'll be orientated the correct way. Yeah, see, I'm just spinning it around. Put that back on there, and then sit it back inside, and pull that back over, and feed it into the system. And when you feed it into the machine, it actually pulls it in a little bit. And use that guide right there. That helps a lot. When you feed it in, it sucks in the paper a little bit. There's a little guide right there. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but I'll find out at a later date. But at this time, we're pretty much all set up and ready to test it out and see how this thing works. So put in your orders and keep me busy, guys. Okay, so that was a relatively simple setup, to be honest. Yeah, now I just have to align print heads and things like that and get printing. Familiarize myself with the software, and that's about it.